we're going to start today with reviewing some sounds. So when I put up a sound, I want you to tell me what it says. Ready? What does that say?
Ah.
Oh, it doesn't say A by itself. What does it say? Ah. Now, what does it say with its buddy E? Now, this line means that there's any consonant there. So what does this say? A. Good job. Good job. And with its buddy, what does it say? I. Very nice. Ooh or very good. Like book. What's that one?
Ow.
Ow. Very good. Put your mask back on, please. Ow. Everybody say ow.
Ow.
Oh, I heard Lily. What's it say? Ooh, this is our new sound. What does it say? What does it say, Cora? Now remember, this is the reason that we can't read just the letter R as because this sound says not just the R. What does just the R alone say? What does that say, everyone? R. Very good. So what does this say? Again, what's this one? Okay, wakey, wakey. What does it say? E. Nice job. What does it say? What about now? You. Very good. You or ooh. Very good. So, now that we've reviewed some sounds, what's our new sound of the week? It is? Very good. Okay. So, I'm going to share a tongue twister. Does anyone know what a tongue twister is? What is it, Kinsley?
So it's something that it's hard to say, but it kind of twists your ear post, kind of twist your tongue a little bit.
Yeah, so a twist is a tongue, something that's hard to say. They call it a tongue twister because it almost makes your tongue feel like it's twisting all over your mouth. So, the other thing I want to say is when something tastes bitter, how does it taste? Does it taste good?
No.
When something's bitter, you kind of make the face like this, bitter.
Like this?
It's kind of a little sour, but not. It's like a bittery taste. Ooh. It doesn't really taste good. So, and when you have a cake, the ingredients you mix together is called, what is that called when you mix all the ingredients together, but before it's baked? What is it called? Do you know, Cora?
Dough?
Not dough. That's for bread, yes. For a cake, it's called batter.
Yeah.
When you mix all the ingredients up, it's called batter. So, I want you to close your eyes and listen carefully as I read this tongue twister about a woman named Betty Batter. Betty Batter had some butter, but she said, "This butter's bitter. If I use this bitter butter, it will make my batter bitter." Which two sounds did you hear the most in that tongue twister? What two sounds did you hear the most? Cora?
Batter.
You heard butter and batter, but what two sounds? So Cora definitely heard What other sound did we hear a lot of? Lily? Kind of. Kinsley?
B.
Yeah, you heard the B sound. You heard B and So, what is our spelling for the sound that we just learned? What's our spelling, everyone? E-R. So, now, I'm going to read the tongue twister again, and you're going to put your hand in the air every time you hear the sound. What sound are you listening for? Ready? Betty Batter had some butter, but she said, "This butter's bitter. If I use this bitter butter, it will make my batter bitter. Now, I saw some of you doing really good, but some of you are doing this. That is not what we're doing. Okay. So, now I want you to repeat after me. Ready? Betty Batter had some butter. But she said, this butter's bitter. If I use this bitter butter, it will make my batter bitter. Very good. Okay. We are going to take this out of our books. It is a sort. So what you're going to do is you're going to read the word, and you're either going to put it in the column that's R, as in red. So remember we talked about how R says the R sound, not So R as in red, or as in her. So what you're going to do, you're going to read the word. Let's read this first one together. R, O, Which column would that go in? Would that go in R or Say it. R. Very good. So you're going to write the word there. What about this next one? Which one did that go under? Very good. So you're going to rip that out. I'll give you a couple minutes to rip it out, and you're going to do it during independent work time.
Oh, nice. Wait.
Okay, we're going to learn about something totally new today. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It is called a contraction. Everybody say contraction.
Contraction.
Contractions are things we see while we read. For example, 2 readers ago, when we had Gran, this says Gran's snake. The contraction is right here. Do you see that? We've talked a little bit about that, especially when we were reading it. What does that mean in that apostrophe? What does that mean in this story?
It means that it's the person.
Yeah, that's the person. So this is the apostrophe. Sorry, this isn't called the contraction. This is called the apostrophe. And it belongs to Gran. Now, when the apostrophe follows a word, especially a noun, and sometimes it shows possession. This is the one that shows possession. It's saying that this is Gran's snake. So this is not a contraction. This is an apostrophe. I mixed up my words. Gran's snake. This shows that it is Gran's snake. Other times when we see an apostrophe, it is combining 2 words together. Everybody read this for me. Oh, come on, guys. What does this say? Let us. Like, let us. I'll come over here. So, let us go. Or, let us read now. So, sometimes we don't say that. We don't say, let us read. What do we usually say when we're speaking? What do we usually say? Cora?
Could you please let us play?
Yes, but when we say, do we usually say, let us go outside? We usually say something else. We'll usually say, let's go. Let's go outside. Or let's. You know how, do you hear the us? You don't really hear the us, do you? But you have that, there's the S still. So, instead of let us go, we usually say let's go. Or let us read now, we usually say let's read. So, in this, we have let us. In this, it turns into let's. The apostrophe means that this is combining or contracting 2 words, let's say 2 words together. So which 2 words are we combining right now?
Let and us.
Yeah, we're combining let us into what word? Let's. So in this case, this apostrophe it tells us that it is 2 words combined into 1 word. So it actually kind of takes place of the missing letter. We don't have what letter? What letter are we missing?
U.
U. We don't have the U, so that apostrophe just kind of takes over for the U. So when an apostrophe is used to replace a letter, as in let's, the new word form is called a contraction. It contracts those 2 words together to form a contraction. Everybody say contraction.
Contraction.
So now, is this telling us possession?
No.
No, this is telling us that this is 2 words put together to form a what? Contraction. Everybody say contraction.
Contraction.
Very good.
I see.
So, we're going to learn more and more about contractions as we go. So, we've got a new reader. So later I'll take back the fable books and I'll pass out this new reader.
Oh.
And this is Vern. Everybody say hello to Vern.
Vern.
Hey, Vern. What's this word?
Zoo.
Zoo. Good job. So this reader's called Green Fern Zoo. Chapter. When we talk about reading chapters, it means the sections of the book. So we've talked a little bit about that.
Dinosaur book.
Like in the dinosaur, exactly.
We haven't read it.
And everybody wants the sound? Read this word. Fern. Fern. Remember we talked about yesterday, a fern is a type of plant. What's this sound? Or? Nice job.
Zoo. Green.
Nice job.
Green.
So, this book has a glossary, and I'll show you guys later. Glossary means it's where you can look up a word, and it has usually the definition. In this case, it will have pictures to show you kind of what it is. So a fern, we talked about it. It's a type of plant. It has large green leaves. A zoo? What's a zoo?
A place for adventure animals.
Yeah, it's a place where it's a park area where animals are in cages or large enclosed areas. Is it usually animals we'll find in the wild here?
No.
Not usually.
Not lions.
Scales. Now, there's a couple different versions of the word scales, but this scales is the outer covering of skin of snakes. They have scales. Or fish.
Like dragons have dragon skin.
Or dragons, yeah. A sting is when an animal, such as a bee or a jellyfish, causes a sharp pain in another animal or human by touching it with a part of its body. So, thumbs down if you've ever been stung before. That's no fun. I'm sorry, guys. Creep. Oh, to creep. Now, there's a couple different versions of this word, too. To creep means to move slowly with the body close to the ground. So, when babies creep, they're kind of crawling, or a spider will creep in the garden, just creep around.
Like this?
So, facts. We know that facts are things that are what? True or false?
True.
Oh, come on.
False.
Oh, no.
True.
You were right. I just needed more. So, facts are information that is true. So, is it fiction or nonfiction?
Non-fiction.
Nonfiction. Good. Tales. Entertaining stories. We talked about tales. So, our new reader is called Meet Fern. Or this chapter is called Meet Fern. This is only one page, so let's go ahead and read along. Ready?
Meet Fern.
My name is Fern, and I have the best job. My job is to take you kids in to see the green Fern, zoo. We will see things with wings and things with scales. Good job. Things that bite and things that sting. Things that creep and things that swim. I have lots of fun facts and tales to share with you. So let's, what does this word mean? It's let's or let us, so this is our contraction. So let's see the zoo and have some fun. Awesome job. So,
One time I touched a bee and it didn't sting me. One time.
wow. Okay, I have a couple questions. Where does Vern work? Where does he work? Cora?
In the zoo?
In the zoo. What's the zoo called? The Green. Nice job. And what's Vern's job?
To bring us to see all the animals.
So his job is kind of like has anyone ever heard of a tour guide?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a guide who's going to show us all different things.
Oh wait, I gave some.
Good.
One time a